Hi guys, welcome back to the next episode of the series, how to get sub 1 in SMB3 any percent warpless. Now we're going to be doing World 6, so right off the bat, we're not going to be doing the first level. We're actually going to be skipping to the fortress. So you'll be actually going right and then down into this pipe. And this pipe is going to take you to this pipe here, and to the left there's going to be a rock that you can break with a hammer. So go ahead and just pull out your hammer and break this rock here. There will be a hammer bro by default on this block here. Just go ahead and fight him. And this is actually going to be the first level in World 6 in the Warpless route. So this is the fortress here. Alright, so this is actually the one and only time you can kill Boom Boom with a star, so that's pretty cool. That's what makes this fortress a little bit unique. Alright, so breaking that down here, so nothing too much to talk about in the beginning. You're kind of avoiding the fireballs. Now, it's up to you if you want to ride the carpet all the way through. I do recommend being Small Mario because it makes towards the end of this level a lot easier. So what I like to do is right when I get underneath the question block is usually when I start running right and jumping. It's very important to time this jump here. Otherwise, if you jump too early or something like that, you won't be able to make the spikes. But you can damage boost all the way up through here till you're Small Mario to make this level a lot easier. And then what I like to do is I like to just jump through, and you want to grab this star here. So jump here, grab the star. You can either, there's two ways to grab the star. You can either jump up top, which is what I do normally, like this, to grab it a little bit sooner. Otherwise, if you want to play it safer, you can just stand right underneath, and it'll land on above you every single time. So after you grab the star, here, you're going to be using the spikes and these platforms here to build your P-speed. And you want to time, this is kind of a hard part because you want to maintain your P-speed, but you want to kind of just time when Mario gets to the door. Because as you can see, I entered, I still have my P-speed, just to make sure I make it in time. You can probably still make it if you like turn back or something. We'll see here. Yeah, so you can still turn back a bit if you want to make Mario slow down to make the entering that door a little bit easier. As long as you enter the door and you still have P-speed, you'll be able to kill Boom Boom with the star there. Alright, so that's the fortress. Now there's gonna be a door here that's gonna be unlocked now, so now you can go to level 4. And you're going to be doing this level of Small Mario at this point, because typically in the fortress you're going to be Small Mario. You're going to be leaving the fortress as Small Mario anyways, so it's very typical to do this level as Small Mario. It makes a portion of the level a lot easier too. Alright, so as you can see at the end of that level there, it was pretty tight, so that's why it's a lot easier to do this level as Small Mario. Alright, so to kind of recap what we just did there. In the beginning, you're going to be jumping off of this platform up to here, so it's going to look like this. So you're going to jump on this ice block here, going to jump here, and you're actually just going to run off this platform and jumping from here, just to make that a little bit easier. So it's going to look like this. You're going to run off that wooden platform and jump off that ice platform there. So wooden, jump off, and then you can kind of just do precise jumps. You can play this a little bit safer if you'd like. Now for this P-switch, it's very important to get that, because as you can see, if you don't get that P-switch, it's going to be harder to get kind of through all of this. You can't really build your P-speed. You have that guy that's going to be in your way, so it's very important to get this P-switch. So you can kind of run through here a lot easier. So you can do it. So you can do it this way, big jump here, and just jump your way through, or you can do it this way. And you can even jump over this entire part here. As long as you have the platform here before they turn back into coins, you can jump over that part entirely. So if you want to jump over, you can. And typically I jump to the right of this platform just to make sure I clear this jump here all the way up to this point. So when I get to this block here, I usually jump to the very right of it to clear that part. Okay, so if this is the first level where we'll actually be using a P-Wing, so you should have a P-Wing in your inventory. Go ahead and grab that. Okay, so what I was doing in the beginning of that was I was manipulating a despawn at the end, because you want to despawn one of the munchers to get to the level faster. So you want to do a tail swipe on him and a tail swipe on that guy. So those are the two enemies that you want to kill. So that one, and then this one. And then you also want to run down this hill here. You want to run down this hill. So kill him, do a jump. I usually aim myself to jump on top of this question block. So tail swipe, jump, and to know when to jump is when this guy right here, you want to jump right before him. So here, then jump. It's kind of a big jump too, so. And it's very close, because if you are too late on the swipe, you can take damage. I'll show you the backup for it in case you do take damage. But you want to tail swipe, jump, jump again, tail swipe, run down this hill, and jump, and then just fly up. And then you should have one despawned. If you don't have one despawned, I'll show you a backup for that as well. And I know that he's not going to be despawned. As you can see, he's not. They're both there now, so I can't get through. Then what I do is I land right here. So I usually let Mario rub up against this wall, and then I fall straight down, and I'm landing right on that guy. Then I'm grabbing this shell, and I'm flying back up. So that's how you create a path for that part there. Now let's say you take damage or something, no problem. There's a couple ways you can either get leave here, just grabbing the shell, flying up before he wakes up, and then you can do that. And let's say you take damage again, then what you have to do is you'll have to go right over here through this pipe. Now the good thing about this is that this isn't your last chance to get this suit. The best part about this is that even if you do take damage, you can still go back through this pipe, and this question block will be restored. So you can grab the leaf as many times as you need to until you beat the level. And then you can just come back and just do this back up here. Alright, so I think this is also worth mentioning. This mushroom house, no matter what, it's always going to be, no matter what chest you use, you're always going to get the hammer suit. So this is kind of worth mentioning in case if you want to run in here and spend 15 seconds of your run getting that suit, because you can hang on to the hammer suit all the way until the end of the game. And we'll kind of go over that once we get to that point, but if you kill Bowser with the hammer suit, it's a lot faster and it's a lot easier. So that's just something to keep in mind if you do want to stop in here for a good 10-15 seconds and grab the hammer suit. Just to have it in your inventory, feel free. At this point, there will be a rock in between these two spots here, so just use another hammer in your inventory. and break your way through here. So you don't have to do level 7 because level 7 is an auto scroller. Alright, so once you break that rock, you can go into the fortress here. At this point, you should have raccoon suit still. If you do not, if let's say you're Big Mario, you can regain raccoon suit here. So in case if you don't have it, you can get it there. So, alright, I'm gonna play through this level. Okay. So let's say we have raccoon suit. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use this floor here as the start of building your P-speed, and you're just gonna fly underneath. So it's very important that you jump before running off, because if you just run off, you're not gonna be able to fly. So you want to be able to jump right at the edge, and then just do 2 flutters here, 1, 2. So jump 1, 2. And then you're just going to fly again until you get up to this point. And at this point, you're just going to kind of jump through everything. If you take damage, that's okay. That's actually a preferred way to take damage there. And you just kind of run your way through. And then kill Boom Boom. Alright, so then for level 8, at this point you'll be Big Mario. So if you're not Big Mario, you can get a mushroom here. And instead of going back down to grab another block, you can just go here and use the shell instead to do this part of the level. But normally if you're Big Mario, you can grab a block here. And then what I like to do is you kind of want to jump as soon as possible so you don't run into that black, I don't know what you call those guys, the spewers or whatever. But so you don't run into that black spike ball. You kind of just want to jump as soon as possible. And then what I do is I do a jump, then I let go of B. So I do a jump first, and then I let go of B. Like that. And then this is where I get my P-speed. And I normally start my P-speed. I gain my P-speed at the same place every time, which is about right here. Like that. I do these precise jumps here just because that makes it more comfortable for me. You could probably do like two big jumps or something like that. But I usually jump right here, kind of on this hill or on this flat area here, and then I do a jump right before this guy. So right here and then right here too. At this point you want to jump to the edge of this block here. So once you jump on there, and then you jump on this side of the H. So you want to jump here, and then here. And then typically, I want to jump probably, if you don't, it doesn't really matter at this point if you take damage or not. If you take damage, it's not that big of a deal. Otherwise, you can kind of jump right before the munchers. So jumping here and then right before. Then doing a big jump, then you can bounce off that guy. If you didn't make the H jump, that's not a problem. Then what you can do, you can kind of dig your way through, and then you can actually grab a block and kill these munchers to rebuild your P-speed. But like I said, if you take damage like this, it's not a big deal because in the next level we'll be using P-wing anyways. So it doesn't really matter. Alright, time for the hardest level of the game right here. Pay close attention. But yeah, just use a P-wing over level 9. And then we'll be going straight to the fortress, the final level of this world here. So intentional damage. Okay. So at this point, you should still have the raccoon suit from using that P-Wing. So we take intentional damage in the beginning here to kind of maintain your P-speed. And then we're just kind of jumping through. There's not too much to talk about, just making sure you use these precise jumps. So jump here. I normally do a duck jump right here to clear that gap a little bit easier. So then at this point, I usually do a kind of a medium jump here to land at the bottom here. Now that's kind of important because there's no other way to get through the rest of the level as quickly. So it's very important that you jump down here and then jump up here. Then right when you get into this room, you hold left and then you look right, because if you look left, they're going to start going towards you. And the reason why we go left instead of going right, because the door's to the right, is because we use the floor before we enter the door to build P-speed. Like that. Alright, so that's World 6. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. If you have any questions, comment below and let me know. And I'll see you guys at World 7.